Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Wakakadash, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Citation, all Yakin. Pushing this word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson. This is from News Nation. Layoff announcements top 1.1 million, most since 2020 pandemic. So, you could take two things from this, right? Two major rhetorics or arguments from this, okay? Number one, the AI is obliterating the job market, all right? Unless you win like direct sales, unless you blue collar, it's going to be tough to find a job. Them days of being an admin assistant, these administrative roles, you know what I'm saying? Unless you directly serving people or creating a service, then, it's hard to keep that job. Best believe every job you have, best believe the boss or the people that's higher up, they're thinking of a way to replace you right now, man. And it's happening right before your eyes, man. All these bookkeeping jobs, strategist type of jobs, analyst jobs and shit, man, they going out the window, man. It's becoming automated, all right? So it says layoff announcements top 1.1 million, most since the pandemic. So this is all done by design, okay? So that was one of the things, right? AI. Second thing, hey, it's a sign of another pandemic coming, okay? Because guess what? This second phase, right? Which, it'll happen out of Walmart design in the coming few months, right? The second wave, all right? That's going to eliminate your job. That's going to eliminate the economy, the dollar, the stability of this society, that the society has to offer, the comforts, all right? So that's the second wave that's about to hit any day now, okay? So, so this is new data, right? The outplacement firm, I guess they're like some type of agency that, offers jobs, said this year's tally is up 54% from the first 11 months of last year, right? The mark since the sixth time since AU6. You already know Esau loves that number 6. Since 93, which 93 was, can't believe it's 33 years ago. Cuts have topped 1.1 million by the end of November, all right? So, that's why you got people, not even just Jake, Esau too, right? Not even the Israelites, the Edomites, these Moabites, they complaining about job security, man. I just lost my job, or this app job ain't paying enough, or I gotta work 3 part-time jobs. I'm gonna be honest, like in this day and time, you should at least have at least 3 different hustles that you do to make money. And that way, if one is slow, at least the other one will be a little bit busier. Or, what I like to say, while we still here in Babylon, have one type of income you can make from home, one while you out, and another one, while you out too, I guess, all right? But at least one of your sources of income, you should be able to make that from the comfort of your own home, right? Like they say, the comfort of your home. That's a cliche talk. All right. So, really, these numbers is worse than this. It's probably more like 10 million. But, Esau don't want to lose control over his narratives. You don't want the people to panic. You don't want people to storm D.C. and he's not ready. So, hey, man, the grinders are ceasing because there are few, man, all right? You got to be some type of military, police to have a job. And even them, they about to get replaced by bots. I believe in Detroit, they just erected a RoboCop statue, man, which that's a whole nother lesson in itself, man. Showing you they about to bring him out. Because I know in the movie RoboCop it was based around the time we living in now, like 2027. You know, shit like that. Okay. So I'm gonna get some precepts, man. Yeah, Ecclesiastes says the grinder sees because they are few, man.
Head south toward.
Let's get the grinder seats, man. In Ecclesiastes, man. I got it queued up. This is Ecclesiastes 12, and I think starting at the top is good. 12 and 1. But remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth. So you're supposed to come into this truth as a young man, a young hungry lion, and so forth. While the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So you're supposed to come as a young, able body, full of vigor, full of fire. Yeah, I mean, which we did, man. Most brothers you see, including our apostles and elders, starting with them, right? Well, now we came in our youth, in our glory days, in our 20s, man. You know, and now we a lot of brothers we like pushing 40 or 40 and up, man. All right. Nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So that's when you're old, man. Your everything ache. You know, after a certain age, you know, with you in your 70s, 60s, whatever, you know, everything starts at the ache, man. Your late 50s. While the sun or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Right? So, you know, you're supposed to come into this truth while you can get this word, man. You know, while it's a sunny day, per se, all right? While you can still, you know, society's still up and running, man. Business as usual in Babylon. And it says in the days when the keeper of the house shall tremble. Yeah, it's talking about these luminaries, these elites and lesser elites. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinder cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, man, that future economic outlook, man. You know, it's gonna be looking very eerie, man. All right, which is looking eerie now. You know, there's just, you know, automation is keeping this place going, but you know, real soon we're gonna have blackouts. You know, EMPs. And so forth, man. You know, this Russia ain't been in the news like like that lately, so best believe that's gonna pop back up. The birth pains and World War III talks and so forth. And the door shall be shut in the street. All right, you're gonna have all these businesses going down, man. You know, with your big retailers, you know, all the Walmarts, BJ's, Costco's, all the way down to the little mom and pops. You know, barely getting by retailers, all right? And it says, and the door shall be shut in the streets. The scriptures say, I think it's 2nd Ezra 6:22. Suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses empty, man. Shall suddenly be found empty. That's the times we living in, man. All right, especially this time of year, man. You know, this time of year is cold, it's brick. You know, so people like, you know, they spending more time at home. They in their comfort zone, a fireplace and shit. All right, but that's about to go out the window real soon, man. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. It says, when the sound of the grinding is low, that's the times we living in now, right? And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird. That's going into what? The alarm clocks. And all the daughters of music shall be brought low. The music is horrible. I can't name you one trending song, especially now, because, you know, like one thing about the music now, like you cut on the radio, you know, let's say your phone battery died, and you know you cut on the radio, you're gonna hear majority woman rappers, man. So it's literally daughters of music. All right. These little witches, you know. That's on the radio, man. So music's at an all-time low. All right. That's why, you got this harlot talking about I'm selling coochie. I forget that bitch name. You know, that's what your little nieces and daughters, and your siblings, your sisters and shit. That's what they listening to, man. I'm selling coochie. This is Zephaniah 1:10, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord. So showing you that this is the day of the Lord that we enter into, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and an howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Yeah, so these stock markets, these merchants, they all finna go out of business. All right, it about to just be it's gonna go to zero, man. A great reset, man. You know, and it's gonna be like what this guy said, man. Elon Musk or Bill Gates, one of them. He said, "Yeah, we're entering into the time of basically a time of struggle." I forget the exact wording he used. He didn't use struggle, but basically the words he said was a time of struggle, man. We in the storm right now, man. So, and it keeps going. How you inhabitants of the mark? You inhabitants of the Mactest. Mactest was an ancient trade city. All right. Where all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off, man. So, hey, man, the Lord is getting busy, man, starting with this economy first. Because really, the next phase is the beast system, man. Like I'm at I got some time to kill for where I got to be at. So I was like, hey, man, might as well do a lesson while I'm here, right? So, while I'm have this time to kill, I'm at Royal Farms, right? So Royal Farms, they have everything you need to go automated. They got the self-checkouts. They got the, you order your food through the kiosk screen, and then your food comes out ready. You got to, you can pay at the pump with your phone. So everything you need at the Royal Farms is pretty much automated, man. Of course, they got a couple workers in there. You got probably like one cashier, then, a couple people in there cooking a little bullshit food. They got the GMO food. All right. But Royal Farms, they got decent fried chicken, man, but that shit got GMO ingredients. It got MSG in it, man. Monosodium glutamate, man. All right, that's horrible for your body. But I used to eat that shit. I haven't ate it probably since, maybe like late spring, early summer. So it's been a while since I ate that shit. And even then, when I was eating it, it'll be like, once in a blue moon shit. Like, no more than once a month, because it's garbage food. All this shit is garbage, man. It's a woman walking by with scrubs on. She got her vaccine. She got her vaccine in her. A nigga woman with scrubs. With the little glittery Apple Watch and shit. She's comfortable, man. But that's the spirit. I'm talking about automation because I think I recently did a video or recently mentioned how the automation is gonna replace nurses, man. Because everything they do can be automated. Because what a nurse does, she checking vitals, checking blood pressure. Checking your heart rate, your heartbeat, drawing blood, basic shit, man, blood pressure wrapped around your arm. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff could be automated, okay? There do be some hoes at Royal Farms, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what this start looking like from up close, but up from far she looking okay. But back to the lesson at hand. We men, man, we like to handle business, okay? We men with high testosterone, okay? But the scripture goes into it, man. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, or the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men shall bow themselves. Yeah, they're gonna be bowing out. These military men, they're gonna be wailing like women, man. Scriptures talk about it. And grinders cease because they are few. The grind, hey, remember Clips had the song, still a hit to this day. Grinding, man. And grinding, Jakes refers to it as, working on the job, or punching the clock, doing their little 8 hours, which they're doing away with that, man. These little 8-hour shift jobs, they're doing away because they notice, people are more efficient, doing like 6-hour shifts, 4-hour shifts, I know when I used to frequent this one big box store, and I used to see how they used to move the cashier around. Like they'll have somebody working a cashier for a couple hours. Then the next couple hours they'll move them to, they'll be scanning QR codes and shit. You know what I'm saying? For people that paid, what they call that shit, scan and go. For people that paid scan and go, then they'll move them to customer service for a couple hours. Then they'll move them to the little display table for a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? They're like, which that's smart because, it keeps them locked in, makes their day go by fast. That's smart. They keep moving them pieces around. All right. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, man. So the economic future outlook is very bleak. It's very dark, man. Why? Because America's pretty much finished. I mean, 2/3, they think this place got time, 20 years and shit. I'm seeing. I was watching one of Deion's sons' YouTube page, and they talking about 20 years from now, just keep this up for 20. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see Edomites talking like that, but niggas keep this place going, man. But but the nigga first one to cry when he loses main sources of income, man. And which they about to change shit up. They about to for people that got social media profiles and your news break profile and this profile, that profile, they about to link it to your what they call that shit, the real ID, your digital ID, man. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right. So it's that looking glass is looking very bleak, man. All right. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And I think I've read this twice, but hey, that's the spirit. The spirit wants this to come out again, man. Because we at the end of this economy, man. Right? The end of the dollar. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. In Walmart and Sam's Club and shit, They about to bring out the sensors, man. The RFID sensors for the B system, man. So that way, like, you know, you pick up an item, boom, the sensor or the alert, you know, to your phone or to your B system. It's like kind of like how Amazon Fresh is, or Amazon Go, whatever that shit is, where you put something in the cart and then the RFID sensor in the cart already reads the RFID technology on the item you just got, and it'll automatically add it to your cart. So the days of scanning, even the days of scanning, is about to be gone. You feel me? So let me get this last piece up. Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, talking about America, which the head or tail branch or rush may do. So no matter you a security guard or janitor, all the way up to a big wig CEO, man. You know, it's about to be no work, man. Which I can't wait, man, because I'm quite frankly, I'm tired of working. But, you know, we got to do what we got to do. Make our daily bread. Okay. Branch or rush may do, man. So, you know, it was fun while it lasted, Esau. You know, nothing lasts forever in this queendom, man. All right. Only thing gonna last forever is the rule of Yahweh Shai. And while King David, ultimately the Most High, while Yahweh Shai, King David, you know, and apostles and elders, a great millstone on down, man. You know, they're gonna be ruling forever, man. All right. So just think, where would you be if you never stumbled? You know, which is no such thing as stumbling, but upon apostles and elders, a great millstone of videos, man, and didn't take heed. And it says, in that day shall Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which shaketh over. So, you know, these people about to go batshit crazy, crash outs, crash dummies, you know, and so forth, man. I'm gonna end it there till next time. Shalom.